Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori Brame. If you can like and subscribe, that would super help me out. I wanted to talk today about my flare. So I had a flare, the first one in couple years. It's actually my first flare that I've had since I've officially been in remission. I've had like mini flares where I just kind of rest for a minute and then I'm able to, get back to normal, but this one I actually did need to get back on steroids to get off of it. My main issue was that pesty nose ulcer that I talked about a while ago, and pleuritis, which is an inflammation of the lining of the lung. Interestingly enough, that was one of my first symptoms when I was a teenager, where I had really bad pleuritis for, I think it was like a week or two. I took a lot of ibuprofen and then it went away. Now with my lupus nephritis, I can't take ibuprofen anymore, so I did call my doctor after maybe day 3 or 4. My doctor wanted to put me on prednisone and I reminded her that I was allergic to prednisone. Methylprednisolone is the one that works really well with me. She wanted to put me on 16 milligrams of methylprednisolone, which is the equivalent to about 20 milligrams of prednisone. And I told her I had never gone above 8 milligrams of methylprednisolone. She in turn told me that she really didn't believe that that would be enough. She said even 16 was like, on the lower end of what she thinks would be good. So I said, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then I only took 8. I actually took 6 milligrams the first day, and then the second day it really hadn't touched it, so I took 8. And then by the third day, I had no pain whatsoever. Now I'm about 5 days out, and I'm on 4 milligrams a day where I've been able to taper down, and I will be off of it by the end of the week. But while I'm on it, I wanted to talk about pleuritis, what the heck that's like, and then methylprednisolone. So methylprednisolone is a steroid, and it is the only one that has worked well for me without any nasty side effects. I haven't gotten any like of the face swelling or, extreme water weight or even the migraine that comes with taking steroids. I haven't experienced any of that. However, I do get some other steroid symptoms, which are not my favorite, but I will take them over those other symptoms that I just mentioned. One of them is anxiety. It's seriously like taking a panic attack. Like you have this little pill, it says panic attack on it, and you're just like, yeah, sure, I'll take that. And when you're done kind of coming off of the like buzz of it, you get this like squirrel brain where your brain like darts over here and then over here, and it's like impossible to keep a thought in my head for more than a few seconds. And I end up writing a lot of stuff down. But unlike brain fog, where the thought leaves and there's like no other thoughts coming in its place, it's just the thought is gone, it's like you have this flood of thoughts where it's like, it is like that scene, this is sad, that scene in The Lion King where all the buffalo come down and like Simba kind of gets lost in the stampede. That is what it is like. It's like your thought that you were trying to hang on to is Simba, and then all these other thoughts are just like coming through and you're just like, oh, where was it? And it's gone now. So there's that. I take it in the morning, so I haven't experienced too much of the insomnia. I do know when I wake up, I'm like up. It was a couple of nights ago, my son woke up in the middle of the night, and usually I just, take him back to bed and then either fall asleep in his bed or I, stay up for like 20 minutes until he falls back asleep and then go back to my bed. But I was up for probably an hour and a half, and I would attribute that to the steroid. Okay, moving on to pleuritis, because that is... So what pleuritis is, or pleurisy, I don't know the difference. I really should have looked that up before I started this video, but here we are. What it is an inflammation of the lining of the lung. What it feels like is if you sleep on your back wrong, and you have this like stitch in your back or maybe a stiff neck or something like that, where it's like this dull, aching, really harsh pain all day, and you just kind of want to put a tennis ball on it and like rub it against a wall or something like that, or like have somebody, like stick their elbow in it or something to really work it out. it is like that all over your lung. So I had it on the front and back side. When I was a teenager, I only had it on the back side. In my flare in 2016 and 17, I had it both back and front on both sides, like left and right. So changing positions is really painful. You know, bending down, it kind of feels like you can't breathe at all if you bend over. And then also laughing, crying, sneezing, yawning, coughing, anything like that is extremely hard to do. Like any sudden changes in your lung, whatever that is, like are very jarring to an already inflamed lining. And so it kind of feels like you're being stabbed, like from the inside, just sharp shooting pain all over. And you can't really take a full breath when you have it. It's like you can breathe, you can inflate your lungs like probably maybe 30 or 40% before you start getting this like, you know, hurt and then very sharp hurt and then like extreme pain the further you get in filling up your lungs. That being the case, you get winded a lot more easily. Like I actually, when I was at work, I wasn't drinking water because I have to walk pretty far to get to the bathroom. And normally, you know, I drink water all day because when I walk to the bathroom, I can check my phone and, you know, like do all this stuff on the walk. I mean, it's not really that long of a walk. It probably takes me like 90 seconds to get there. I would get so winded when I was walking that I was trying not to drink water so that I didn't have to make that walk very many times. Also, lying down or standing up were probably the best positions for me to be in. Sitting, I don't know why, I don't know if it's my posture or this chairs that I was sitting in or something, but it was absolutely excruciating for me. So that is pleuritis, and honestly I don't know what caused the flare. Like, I have a pretty clean diet. I'm not on the lupus diet anymore, but I eat a lot of really good foods and I don't eat a lot of crap. I think it may have just been like stress, lack of sleep, like unhealthy thought patterns. I believe so hard in the power of your mind over your body that like I really do think that that's what was going on with me. Also, in Charleston, it all of a sudden got cold. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. My doctor thinks that I was probably exposed to some kind of virus that didn't really show up as being sick. Like, it didn't register as me being sick, but it was enough to set off a flare in my body. That was a really hard reality check for me too, is just realizing like how fragile and delicate I am. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that idea of me being, you know, like a victim to this illness. Like, I've never been comfortable with that idea, and I think that's why I worked so hard to get out of it and why I take so much pride in being out of it now. But it's like having the doctor being like, was there somebody who was sick around you? Like, you know, did you catch anything or anything like that? Just like the reminder that I have a compromised immune system sucks. But it is true. Like, I'm not normal. I do have to be more careful than, you know, the average person walking out there. And even, you know, years after I've been diagnosed and after I've been in remission, I still have trouble hearing that. I still have trouble like coming to terms with that. So I think I'm also going to do a video on when I had pleuritis and pericarditis a year and a half, because I was not able to laugh for a year and a half, and that really blowed. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll catch you next time.